Welcome to the Hobby Hangout with Asu and Dave.
Yes, it's been a while.
A very long time.
Quite a while. We've done a few painting videos and gaming sessions, but it's been a while since we've done an actual podcast episode.
Yeah. A lot has been happening.
Azu, what's been happening over the last few months?
A lot has been happening. So since January 2nd, I am now one of the owners of a local hobby store called the North Bay. I can't English right now. North Bay Games and Hobbies in North Bay.
Ontario.
Canada. Yes. There was some
we got a message
Facebook
today
posts,
about North Bay, California. Oh, two.
Yeah, two of them.
We're making waves.
Yeah. I mean, if they know us all the way from the West Coast, then we're making a statement, I think. But yeah, no, I mean, before that, it has been months of finally putting some of my knowledge to work for me. So just for reference, I used to work in corporate finance, accounting, and so all of that finally... Data analysis, yeah. And so all of that stuff finally, helped me out. And I think that having had that experience for startups that move really fast and like even being part of the product teams, right? Like getting involved with all processes and stuff like that. And then also knowing how bigger corporations work, I think that it just like gave me a very good understanding of where to tackle this from, figuring out is this business something that we should be pursuing? Does it make financial sense for us? And then how to do the due diligence. I have been on the other end of providing all the information for due diligence. So that was actually very helpful because now I kind of knew what to ask for.
Well, before we get into all the details that you're diving
into.
I'm
sorry. Yes. Well, I'm just...
You're excited. You're excited to be back.
I need to get it off my chest. It's been so much work.
Yeah, it has been. And also, before we dive into, why you decided to buy a business and how we picked the business and all that, it's also wanted to mention that it's been a year for the podcast. We started a year ago.
And we started it because I was let go of my job. And we were like, well, we got to find something to do.
Yeah. And we love gaming. And we thought we'd start sharing our experiences, right? So yeah, congratulations on a year of the podcast.
Oh, well, it's the other hand, but okay.
So yeah, we've been getting more and more subscribers slowly. It's slowly going up.
Congratulations that now you can do some editing too.
Yes, I know.
Not as good as mine, but...
You're not the only editor in the house anymore. So, definitely big learning curve there is just...
I don't have to yell at you for not speaking up and...
Yes, I'm getting better at speaking and enunciating too. Especially now when I have to record my own videos for painting.
Take that.
To make sure I'm speaking. But yeah, it's been a big learning curve for the podcast, and I think it's only going to grow now with the acquisition. That's our hope anyways. Mm-hmm. And definitely bringing new content from games and manufacturers and companies and things like that. So I'm excited for the podcast and what this year will bring.
And I mean, more than anything is just, I will be very excited for, current gamers and hobbyists. I hope that there's something that we do that they can be like, oh yeah, I kind of like feel that, or maybe they're learning something new. But also for people that have never given it a thought to be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, why not? I'm gonna try this. Yeah. I think that, I think it would be really nice for someone to say, oh, you know what? I hadn't been thinking about, I don't know, like board gaming, and I watch you guys, and I was like, I'll give it a try, and then they come back to us and be like, oh, you changed my life, kind of thing, right? Not to that point, but nudge them.
You never know. I mean, the hobby can touch people, well, any part of the hobby, not just board gaming or miniature gaming. It can touch people in very unique ways. Mm-hmm. I know, actually, just this past week, one of the YouTubers that I watch, Squidmore, he posted a video that was actually very on a personal level, where he was contacted by a son that his father was going through cancer, and they both enjoyed Squid Mart's videos, and he ended up painting an army for the son, and his father passed away afterwards. So sorry, that hit me. But yeah, like it can definitely touch on very personal levels in the hobby, right? And make very deep connections.
Yeah.
But yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
So back to the main topic at hand.
Okay, can I tell you everything that is there?
No. So let's start backing up, as you mentioned. So it was more than a year ago that you had lost your job.
So yeah, so I was let go in October 2024. No, September 2024.
Yeah.
I mean, first thing I remember doing was, okay, I gotta get our budget done, and we gotta tighten our spend. And it was actually quite interesting because, we were thinking about what business can we start, and we started looking at options. And just getting a loan is not easy if you can put in the money, and at the same time it's like, well, I don't have the money, right, to put it in. Or
we ran into a lot of initial hurdles.
Yeah. Even though we could have access to the money, just the cost of accessing that money just didn't make sense.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also have to, like, it meant a lot to our family living sustainably, the effort that you put into budgeting, like immediately after you had lost your job, right?
Yeah.
And just us getting that, what's the word? Habit, yeah, I guess, and structure, and being very strict on where we were spending our money, and accounting for every dollar as best we could, right?
Being accountable, you mean?
Yes.
Not accounting.
Well, no, I mean, like in our budgets. We were accounting for the money too, right? We needed to know where every dollar went, because every dollar
makes a difference.
Yes,
yeah. It's like you could be like, oh well, this doesn't cost as much, and you leave it there. But as you start analyzing your spend over, like, all of those little things that you think that they don't make a difference, once they add up, they do make a big difference.
Yeah.
And that was probably what we tackled right away, right? It was like, whoa, we're spending all this in, like, going out for meals.
And it wasn't like we were living a life of luxury.
Yeah,
either.
No, we were not, no.
But definitely, as you implemented that budget, it opened my eyes, and I was like, okay, we're definitely spending way too much in these things where we could be saving it. And I think, even though it was obviously a difficult transition, and we were very stringent on our spends, I think after that, almost that entire first year, like I was speaking to you, like, even though you were out of the job, I felt like we were more financially secure than we had been in a long time.
Yeah.
I actually felt very positive about our finances, despite, we needed additional income. I know we needed more income, but I actually felt very safe with our financial status. So thank you. Thank you.
Well, now you also did your job at not going and spending behind my back.
But yeah, and I think that those steps that you took is what set us up to take this first step. But yeah, first, hurdles. We ran into hurdles when we decided we wanted to do this, and that was actually almost a year ago too. Yeah. The first time we tried to do this.
Yeah. And yeah, so it just financially, it didn't make sense. It was very frustrating that you're like, okay, well, I'm out of a job. I'm applying to positions. The market is not good. Like, even though I was a top performer, like, that still wasn't enough anywhere. I also didn't want to just go to a job where I had the qualifications for. I wanted to keep growing, right? And so it was not easy. And the barriers to be a first-time owner, like, what didn't make a lot of sense to me was, okay, I could be starting a new business. I could ask for a smaller loan, and there's a lot of risk because I don't know if this business is gonna succeed. Mm-hmm. But then you could have an opportunity to acquire a stable business that that is making money, and you can't get the money for that, even though that it's gonna succeed, and you have identified all of the things that you could do to make it even more successful.
Yeah,
so
all the indicators are there that it's a successful business.
I know,
and
right?
a good investment. Yeah.
So how could we not get a better deal to invest on that acquisition, right? It just didn't make any sense to me. But in my head, I was like, okay, this makes a really good opportunity. We're definitely gonna get, the loan to get it, and we didn't. I mean, we could have, but we would have lost so much money.
Yeah, at a very high cost.
Yeah. So the business could have been successful, but us in our personal finances, we will have been losing money from borrowing that investment. And so we left it alone.
Yes, we left it alone. And I saw how, you would apply to positions, and I could see over time it was growing, like it didn't make sense to you to work for someone else anymore.
No, and I think one of the main things too was, you're working for a for-profit company, and they're trying to sell their company as we're saving the world, and they're not. Like, just be honest, you're there to make money. That's what companies do. Yeah. And so that narrative for me, it just didn't feel comfortable anymore. Like, I know that I'm gonna go in there, like, let's say that it's back to being an analyst, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I know that you want me to analyze behavior to get people to maybe even make an impulse buy, not necessarily that they need something. And so I know that that's part of my job because they're paying me for it and they're up for profit. But at the same time, I felt pushy in a way. Even if I wasn't actually telling people on their faces, buy this, it felt pushy from me in the sense that if they don't need it, they don't need it. And, now that we have the store, there's been times when someone comes and, if I don't have the product and it doesn't make sense for us to carry it, I'm going to be like, there's this other local store that I know that they have it. Mm-hmm. And if it's their market, why am I going to try to steal that market, right? I think that I don't know, to me, it just seemed like I'm not a pushy person. I want people to be happy with what they're buying and not have any regrets. And so going to work for a company that was just trying to pretend that their thing is the ultimate thing that everyone needs, I don't want to do that.
So then, but over that course of the year, we also started looking at other businesses too. Mm-hmm. So we knew the one that we wanted, which was North Bay Games and Hobbies.
We're not gonna edit this, but I do really need to get a tissue. Hold on.
My face of horror. I was like, what do you do?
I know, we agreed we're not editing anything, but...
That's fine, we can edit.
That's okay. I'm so tired. We're not gonna edit anything. Boogers happen to everyone.
Yeah.
I think it's better that I grab a tissue than I try to poke it and put it somewhere on my clothes. Okay, continue.
But yeah, so we knew we wanted North Bay Games and Hobbies, and you did so much due diligence and looking at doing forecasting, and even in worst case scenarios, it made sense. Mm-hmm. But we couldn't get that loan, so we started looking at other businesses in the area, and we evaluated a couple, but none of them looked even close to what North Bay Games and Hobbies had to offer, right?
And again, there's the risk of starting something new, right?
Yes, yeah. That was the other thing we were looking at, is starting something new and sort of getting into the family entertainment space. And I think it's still something we may look at in the future, but it was just such a high cost to start something net new. And at least to the level that we wanted to, right? We didn't want it to start so small where it was...
Yeah. We wanted it to be a good experience right from the beginning, to make a good impression. Yeah. The other thing too was that starting a new business, and especially if you're by yourself, it's that you have to spend so many hours working it, right? And one of the things that I've enjoyed from working from home for 9 years was, if I needed to go pick up the kids from school, then I could just go, right? Yeah. So that sort of flexibility, if they were sick, then they could stay home. That's not something that I have now, but I don't have to work so many hours that I can just come and then spend some hours with the kids at home as well, right? So when we were looking at the entertainment one, we were like, okay, how are we supposed to work 60 hours per week? Yes. Or how are you going to hire someone and train them on something that you haven't done before? If they don't have a stake in the business, then like there's a risk, right, that you're
Yeah.
not going to provide the right experience. And so I think that it was risky, and we're very lucky that in the business, as we acquired it, is that we do have a business partner
Yes.
that is the previous, was part of a previous partnership. So he had been training for what, a year?
Shall we give a shout out to?
Yes, to Dave Claudio,
Yes.
who I don't think is watching us, but I'm gonna be like, okay, you gotta start supporting us, man. Like,
But no, I'm very happy with like when we started to talk and just how well we meshed and got along.
Very similar vision and values. And like I remember at first I was like, I don't know who this guy is. But as soon as we met him, I was like, okay, that makes sense, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I know that customers have been happy interacting with him. He's really easy to talk to, I think, from a personal point of view. Yeah. He's great with people. I'm not as great with people. I'm really good with the back office and processes and stuff like that. But he's really good with people. And so I think that we have very complementing skill set. So it was good that we ended up, partnering with him, but also that two of the former partners, Kevin and Bruce, are still with us as employees because they have so much experience. And anytime that something comes up, I just look at them like, what is your recommendation?
And I think the other thing that, obviously we were able to proceed with acquiring North Bay Games and Hobbies, and the ramp up to that first day, we kind of, and I think I know we did it to ourselves, but at the same time, like to a degree, to your point, like I think we're both used to it from our tech backgrounds and startup backgrounds. Like,
so you're always on the run.
Always on the run. You're always at a fast pace. You're always trying to move as quickly as possible, learn as quickly as possible, and just cycle through, right? Yeah. Keep making changes as quickly as possible and use that information to your advantage. And I think we did a phenomenal job in like 3 months from everything we did. And I know there's still more to do. There seems to be a never-ending list of things to do, but we did so much in 3 months.
Yeah, I mean, we had never implemented a POS system. We were not, even though we had worked in retail so many years ago, like those companies, I'm pretty sure they had their own program. It's not like what it exists right now, right? And so just like from doing all of the research of what tools do we need, and then like setting everything up, like that takes so much time. And then once you actually have it, like, okay, well, now you have more than 2,000 products. Now you have to create your catalog, and it's still not perfect. Like there was some issues with the import. Yeah. There were so many things, but at the end of the day, at least we have reporting of like what are our sales every day.
Yeah.
We have our target for the month, and we need to know, are we on track? Because then are we in trouble financially, right? Yeah. So having that information right away is like, it's worth it.
And the other thing that we like spoke about just with our own experiences in the corporate world is like we wanted to make sure that our team members had like a living wage. Like we know what minimum wage is, but we also know what the prescribed like minimum living wage is. So with our forecasting, we wanted to make sure that we were able to offer that salary to everybody that worked there, right? Everybody is a part of that team, and we're not going to succeed on our own.
And part of that too is that you have to recognize the experience of everyone, right? So us owners are getting paid the exact same hourly rate as the other employees, right?
Yeah.
Because I think
all
that
employees.
Yeah, all of the employees. It just makes sense, right? Like, why are you gonna pay yourself more if you're doing the same job? Like, I know that I'm putting on more hours and stuff for like back office and stuff like that, and you as well. But at the same time, it's like if everyone is putting in the same type of effort, then it just makes sense that everyone is rewarded the same way, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've been very pleasantly, I don't know, surprised, but at least happy of just the level of commitment from the team, from everybody on the team.
Yeah, yeah.
we've all started working together very quickly. We all seem to have gotten into a good groove, all supporting each other, sharing knowledge, as you said, being open to criticism and suggestion on anything that we're doing that doesn't make sense. And
I mean, that's how we perceive it. I don't know. We've been inviting them to just, call us out. So far, there hasn't been a call out, but that, I hope that is because there is no call out and not because they don't feel comfortable with it.
Yeah. And I know, like Terry had shared just how impressed he was with you as we started through the whole acquisition process, and how on top of everything you were sending weekly updates to everybody involved, what the outstanding tasks were, where we were on status and everything. So yeah, it went really well.
Yeah.
And then we acquired as of January 2nd, right? So you took ownership, sorry, not we. Yeah. You took ownership, you and Claudio took ownership January 2nd, and we had a welcome meet and greet the week after.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that?
Honestly, I was so terrified that people were not going to show up. Because, I think that the fear was that a lot of people, especially I think that when you're going to a store that sells something that gives you that kind of it's for you to feel happy and to distress and socialize and things like that, I feel like you will be more attracted to who are the owners, how do they treat you. And it could be in any other experiences, right? But you're looking at this for entertainment. So I feel like that connection that you have with the people that work there are going to be more important than the name of the store. And so for me, it was like, okay, well, the founder is no longer here. If there's any attachment to the founder and they're like, oh, well, he's gone, maybe we're just going to go to the other store. Yeah. So that was the thing that I was more nervous about. But no, I mean, a lot of people showed up. Not enough. They didn't eat the snacks.
They ate quite a bit.
Yeah, I know.
I think we ordered too much.
We probably, I told you. Anyway, but yeah, there was there was a lot of people. I think having the previous partners hanging around, making introductions to us, obviously working the cash register. There were so many people that were so friendly and so willing to be just meeting the new owners. It felt really great. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I was really happy with just the turnout. It felt packed the whole day, and
I know.
Just the level of energy that was going on in the store was really great. I know we had a bit of a lineup just because so many people were buying, but and kind of made us think, or you brought up maybe we need a second till or a second scanner or something. Right? But no, it went really well, and we've made a lot of changes to the store layout and trying to make it more
inviting and
engaging. Right, we want that tactile experience. We want people to experience what we have to offer. So we have a paint desk. We carry some of our paints. We're going to be holding some painting workshops, some painting competitions this year. Looking to get ourselves established in Northern Ontario to get Northern Ontario painters. I'm a painter, so I like that. That's what's exciting me. But the other thing that we've really focused on is Canadian brands, right?
Yeah. So we brought 3 new lines of Canadian puzzle brands. So I know that they were already carrying Cobble Hill, which is also made in Canada. But there were others that it's just a different feel, but also just different values. So for example, there's the Villager, it's women-owned and women-designed puzzles, also from Canada.
Women artists.
Women artists, yeah. There is Palmares, who is also Canadian. And those ones are wooden puzzles, which are pretty great. And kind of nice. The value that they have is that the puzzle is resistant, I guess, right? It's going to last for a lot of years so that you can actually pass it on, and it kind of becomes like a family thing, right? That you can do together. And then on the back, so all of the shapes are odd shapes, I guess. Unique, yes. Yeah. And so some of them actually have objects, right? On the shape of them, and they have engraving on the back, and they have a story. So it just adds more complexity, I guess, to the puzzle in the sense of like what makes that puzzle. And then the other one is the Indigenous collection, which is also, so I think I read that they have been working with Indigenous artists for like over 40 years. It's a family business. So that is pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And then outside of the puzzle, like we're looking at, we have Canadian games, board games, some made right here in North Bay, and even in the miniature hobby. So I know typically the bigger companies are American and UK, but we had some really great interactions with Creature Caster and Taylor and Simon speaking to us and actually having demos with us, and really talking to us about how we can grow their game, Judgment. So that's something that we're definitely going to be looking to build here in North Bay. And also building connections with Mini Wargaming in Welland, Ontario. So that's something we're going to be looking to bring into the store as well. Some more Canadian companies, Canadian product companies, because they're making some great stuff out there. So we want to make sure that people are aware.
We want to have a lot of things for everyone, right? Because I think when you get into this, it's like people have very specific things that they like, and so you kind of have to bring in a variety so that there's something for everyone. They don't have to settle for what they can get here, but rather knowing that whatever it is that they desire is going to be there. Not everything, but we try. All of the import stuff and the shipping and the duties that we have to figure out if it's something that we can continue doing. But so far it seems like there is a good response on that, and the cost is sustainable. So,
Yeah. So now we're almost a month in now. Month being almost. Almost 3 weeks, right?
Almost 3 weeks. Yeah.
Almost 3 weeks in.
Look at my eye.
Lots of late nights figuring out how to create purchase orders properly. Updating inventory and so many things, but I think we're going to get my hope is that we get the back office running smoother in the next couple of weeks, and then we can launch our website and e-commerce and really start driving our events, because I'm really looking forward to running events, running tournaments, going out into the community. So we're going to the library this month and to Canada College next month. So I'm really looking forward to running those events more.
And we're going to the Vancouver Tabletop Convention what is it, March?
In March, yeah.
Our first one.
That should be fun.
Our first convention is, part of the business. So.
Yeah. Potentially another one in April, right? The Asmodee one?
Yeah, I haven't looked. Like I know there has been a lot of interest, and their link actually for registration was failing. So I don't know. I don't know if they have a cap of how many they can register. So I'm gonna have to look into that one of these nights.
Yeah. Well,
we still have to get through all of the rules of the judgment so we can actually do a demo. But that's the other thing, right? Like we want to start doing a lot of demos at the store.
Yeah.
Because it's not the same thing to see something in a box than to actually have the opportunity to try it. So like today I was telling you, right? There was this group that were actually coming from Toronto, and they were just walking around, and they saw the box of Ninja, what's it called? Shadow Ninja?
Shadow Ninjas, yeah.
Yeah, Shadow Ninjas. It was in the demo section. And so they were like just looking it up, and like I know that's what we do too, right? We're like, oh, this game, and then you go to BGG and you're like looking at the ratings and stuff. And I was like, if you have time, we can show you. And at first they were reluctant, but then I set them up, and then, one round, it took them a little bit of time to like kind of get used to it. And then after that, they were like really into it. And they ended up buying the game. Because, it's not the same thing to read the reviews than to actually have a chance to actually play something, right?
Yes, exactly.
Which is why we also want to keep doing the Wednesday board game nights.
Board game nights, yeah.
And there's, of course, other events that we haven't gone to. But I should probably start going to Magic.
And we have the one-shot RPG.
It's going to be on the 28th.
And on the 28th, yeah. But I know I was already getting some questions about when are we going to do a D&D one-shot and some other ones. So, yeah, we're going to have our hands full running events.
So we got to get this POS or back office smoothly and automated so that then we can start to shift our hours focusing on the creation of events.
Yeah. But yeah.
Which is going to be exciting.
It is. Yeah, so anything else to share about the new business?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's going well, I think. I got my first compliment the other day about customer service, and that was great to hear because, generally speaking, I don't like. After working for so many years at home, like I don't have that much social interaction, so it can be a little bit awkward to kind of, start socializing again. And there's questions that come up that you're like, well, I don't know what to say, and you're trying to do your best, but also don't commit to something that you can't commit. And so they really like the response that I gave them. So I was like, oh, I did something good. It felt really good to have someone actually acknowledging that.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing we did at the meet and greet was capture feedback, a short survey, right? So we definitely got a lot of responses and a lot of great ideas. So we're definitely looking at how we can implement them.
Yeah.
Again, as quickly as possible, trying to get these things moving. But I think 2026 is going to be a big year for North Bay Games and Hobbies.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So congratulations again.
Thank you.
Shall we close it out there? Anything else you want to add?
No, I don't know. I mean, if anyone has any questions, you just let us know.
Our Discord is now up and running, so I'll add that to the YouTube video as well. And if you're in the city or free during the days, stop on by and say hi to Azu.
Yeah, and make sure you come out to board game nights.
Board game nights, yes, we'll be there.
Well, to any other event as well, but particularly us, we're only there on the board game nights.
Yes.
Because we have kids to put to bed, so we can't be hanging out all the nights there.
Yeah, all right. Thanks for joining us.
All right, bye.
Bye.